Hey guys, welcome to WXP. I'm Nath.
And I'm Chase.
And this is another episode of GameFeed.
GameFeed.
Yeah, and I look super hot. I actually really like this jacket and shirt and all that.
I like it too because, this is the one I wore for your wedding.
Yeah.
But you didn't wear that for your wedding.
No, I didn't. This is a different one.
Yeah.
But let's see. What do we got to talk about today? We have a lot of cool things going on, I think.
I think
one of the most excited, or the things that I'm most excited for, is that we mentioned in the last game feed we were working on the split screens, having both of the both of our screen perspectives added into the video. So I think we actually have that for this week.
Yeah.
You'll see tomorrow,
Yep.
Friday, and Saturday.
Yes.
Should have it. So
Yes.
I've been sick this week, which sucks, like really bad. So if I cough, sniffle, all that crap, sorry. But what else has been happening?
What else has been happening? Well, streaming. We can talk about that.
Sure.
We can talk about me streaming some cool stuff and the possibility of you streaming soon.
Yeah. Hopefully I will soon.
Yeah.
But it really depends on my internet. And so I've been wanting to do a lot more testing,
Yep.
but I have to test it first. And if it can't handle it, then I have to actually upgrade my internet, and that's going to be like, I think like $12-something bucks more a month.
It's not too bad.
Or no, I think it's 17 more a month. I think.
Yeah, I think it's worth it.
I can't remember which one it was. Which one would equal up to 200 more a year? Because I remember doing that, and I was like, holy crap, 200 more a year. It wouldn't like break the bank.
It wouldn't be 12.
It
That would be
17.
144 a year. 12 times 12 is 144.
Okay, yeah, so it's 17. It's definitely 17 then.
I mean,
It's practically 200 a year.
okay. But yeah, I've been streaming.
I'm gonna do that.
Okay,
just so
you do that
I
real quick. Yeah,
just so that I can correct and hopefully not look dumb. Go for it.
So I've been streaming some Game of Thrones Telltale games. I'm enjoying it. It's really cool. I really like the Game of Thrones universe. I think it's a really interesting dynamic that he's built in that universe. The characters are all very real to me. They all feel like they're real. They have their own motivations and desires and all that kind of stuff. So it's really cool playing a game in that universe. And the finale is today. It's going to be up later today, or it's going to be streamed later today. I'm kind of excited to see how it ends, because I've heard a lot of things about it and that it's a little crazy.
Yeah.
It's a little crazy. And I mean, feels like that's standard Telltale games.
Yeah.
They're a little crazy. But it feels especially so in a Game of Thrones game where it's already crazy, and then you throw Telltale crazy on top of it, so it's just like, oh God.
Yeah.
Oh my God, what's happening?
Yeah, they're not really. I don't think they're really afraid of gore in that game or show series.
No, they're not at all.
Gore is something that'll happen.
But before we started Game of Thrones, we also finished up Tales from the Borderlands.
The Wolf
Among Us.
The Wolf Among Us.
The Wolf. That was fun. It's not my favorite Telltale game so far, though. I have to wait and see the finale of this before I make my judgment, but I still really like Tales from the Borderlands the most.
Yeah.
It just had that everything.
Yeah, I feel like it was more because of the connection that you actually have to the Borderlands games.
But I have the same connection with Game of Thrones. Like, I've seen every episode.
But you haven't played all of it.
Yeah, that's true. I haven't
when
finished
we were recording this. Today is actually when we're finishing it, right?
Yeah.
When this video goes up, that's the day that we're
finale.
finishing it. So 1 p.m. If you're watching this as soon as the video comes out, around 10, 11 a.m., go watch the last episode of Game of Thrones at 1 p.m.
Yeah.
And aside from that, we have late last week, League of Legends ended their their Season 5 and rewards and all that stuff. And then opened up the new patch that had things like new masteries, the changes to items, new items, all
changes to characters, so many changes.
So many things. And they always do that.
Yeah.
But if you haven't checked them out, go check it out. Check the patch notes. There's too much for us to talk about. Yeah. I don't think we can even...
I mean, we could do like a rundown if you really want to.
Go for it. I'm not. Holy crap.
So pretty recently, I'd say like a month ago, maybe 2 months ago, they had like their Juggernaut overhaul.
Yeah.
Which basically turns some of the Bruiser characters into a different classification, right?
Yeah.
So they reworked some characters and make them fit better, like they're dynamic within the league space. So they're trying to do that again for a different subclass of characters, which are called marksmen, which are, traditionally just called AD carries. But they're like, oh, these are AD carries that are ranged, because we have to differentiate them.
They're attack damage carries that are ranged.
Yeah.
So they called them marksmen because they are ranged. Even though it's not like aiming in that game.
Yeah.
You're still marksmen, so whatever.
But so they rehauled a lot of their abilities. They made them all unique.
Very unique.
So they're all in their own little niche spots. And now you'd pick one for a different situation now instead of like just picking your favorite.
You used to do just based on how well they'd handle specific situations. Like, oh, I need an early game heavy, or oh, I need range, or oh, I need this. You could do that. But now it's just even more so.
Yeah, they just push that farther.
Yeah, and I don't know. I think it's cool to see, but it also makes me feel a lot less likely to play that role, to be honest. True. Like, I used to be able to just fall into it and just be like, all I have to do is right-click on a minion when it's about to die and get gold, and then later on, I just have to position well and try to live while attacking whoever's trying to kill me. And then, if I'm in a really great position to just take out someone really important, I could do that. But a lot of it is just positioning and baiting and, just right-clicking. Now it's like you have a specific person doing a specific thing, and it's harder.
Well, I think a lot of the changes, that just came out, or most of these changes, I feel like they're more for pushing the competitive meta in a different direction than what it is right now. And less about like the common League of Legends player, like how comfortable they feel. Because
which is, good for them in some ways and bad in others.
It's good for Riot as a company because competitive League of Legends is really big and it's growing every year, which is crazy. And the more interesting it is to watch, the more money they're going to make, and the bigger League of Legends can grow in total.
But it's going to be harder for new players to get into, I think. It's going to be a lot different.
Because previously, before this,
it was already hard to get into.
You just play an AD carry, and they're all pretty similar, but now it's like each one you have to relearn and play a certain way, and that's just going to make it more complicated.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like a fan favorite position, too, because you do a lot of work in that role, and it's like, I want to be the star player, basically.
Both the AD carry and the AP carry are both really highly played, the bottom and the middle lanes, but that's just because you're a carry who doesn't like to do that. But
it's fun to be the star. It's not always fun to be the guy who's like, I'm going to help you do a few things, which is what I love doing. It's weird in my situation, because I love playing support.
But if you guys want to look more into that, go ahead. Like I said, we don't have the time to talk about everything, but really definitely check it out if you're into League. There's some cool changes. They always do major overhauls like this for every season.
We'll probably talk about it more on the League video on Saturday. So if you're interested in more discussion about changes like that, then you should check that video out.
What else do we have? Oh, yeah, the ending of Arkham Knight.
Oh yeah, we finished playing that game, dude.
We finished it, yeah. That happens this Sunday, right?
Yes.
So this Sunday, the very last episode of Arkham Knight goes up. All the other episodes, I don't know. I felt like, first of all, me and Nick switched off on them a little bit. Yeah. All of them had a pretty good timeline of us doing something throughout it, and then stopping at a specific point, whether it's me dying to something over and over again or finishing something, whatever. It was cool. But the very last episode, we recorded it expecting it to be long, and it turned out to be us just talking about I guess a blast of the past throughout the whole game. So Arkham,
it kind of turned into a discussion about the whole Arkham series. As a total.
Yeah, so if you do want to go watch all of them, definitely go watch it. Watch the beginning of that episode at the very least. But if you do want to stick around and listen to the discussion, comment, and talk with us about what we were talking about, that'd be awesome. I'd love it. But that was the end of our Arkham Knight series. And then I believe we mentioned it in the video, but if you want to get the last little bit, there's 2 or 3 endings or whatever. There's one more little piece of an ending, I guess, that we didn't get on it.
Yeah, because to get the full true ending, you have to do every single side quest in that game. And
from the Riddler and everything.
yeah, I didn't have the patience or time to put in the work to do the Riddler missions for Nath so he could finish it. So
just basically go ahead and watch that somewhere else. We won't be offended.
Yeah.
And then also starting Monday of next week, we are starting the Shovel Knight. Ooh, the big announcement.
The Shovel Knights.
The Shovel Knight is going to be our new main series. I'm going to be playing that.
Mm-hmm.
I've had a bunch of people really asking me to play it, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
And Nick, if you remember him, it's one of his all-time favorites. It's one of his top 10.
I really enjoyed it too. It's a really good game.
It is really good, and it's kind of like an old school style, but it's a new game, and it's got like a silly feel to it while it's still serious and fun to play. So I'm really excited to play it. Definitely check it out next week on Monday.
Yep.
I think that's all we got for this one, though.
I think so too.
So this is WXP. I'm Nath.
I'm Chase.
And it was awesome talking with you guys. Bye.
Yeah, bye.